how replaceable are you? That directly relates to how much money you can make, okay? Hey, this is Matt Pichet, the Fruitful Investor and your investing coach. And today's video is about the differences between poor, middle class, and rich and wealthy people and what they do with their money in order to make more money. Now, I will say before I get into those differences that just because I'm talking about people who are in different asset classes doesn't mean that one person is better than the other. I will not be saying that rich people are better than middle class or poor people. It's not the point of this video. The point of this video really is to change your mindset, change the way you think about money, because that is really step number one. Okay, so I've been in all of these columns here. I've been in the poor category for sure. When I was a young carpenter right out of high school, I was definitely in the poor category. I've been in the middle class category when I was still a carpenter, but I went on my own. I've definitely felt the pain of that middle class category, and now I'm really getting into the rich and wealthy class where I'm buying a lot of investment properties with partners and myself, and my wealth is growing exponentially every year. And in the near future, I will definitely be financially free thanks to real estate. Okay, so I've been in all of these, so I can give you firsthand experience, and I'm not just talking out my ass. I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. I've been through all of this. Okay, so what are the differences between each financial class? Okay, again, this is for you to kind of point out. If I say something, you can go, that sounds like me. That's what I'm doing right now. That's all the point of this video is, just to change your mindset and make you aware of your financial decisions so that maybe you can make some smarter ones, okay? So what do poor people tend to do with their money, okay? Number one, they tend to trade time for money, which means they're getting paid by the hour. They're employees, okay? So if you're getting paid by the hour, this is the slowest and most painful way to get rich and wealthy, and 99% of the time, if you're an employee, I'm sorry, you will not be wealthy from that job. You cannot get paid by the hour and expect to be rich and wealthy and have financial certainty in your life. Now I'll get to why in a little later when we get to the rich column, but that's the first thing that has to go. Now, not always. You can definitely live a good life and you can invest in things and still have a job, which I'll get into later. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. But really, if you want to be financially free and have financial certainty, you gotta leave the job as an employee and you have to be self-employed or become an investor or whatever you want to do. You have to get paid a different way, which I'll tell you a little later. So poor people tend to trade time for money, which 99% of the population does, by the way. So that's cool. Like, don't feel bad if that's you. Number two, they buy lots of toys. So they buy lots of stuff. And being a real estate investor and realtor who specializes with investors, I see it all the time when I go through rental properties. And again, I'm not saying that all poor people rent. Majority of poor people rent because they have no choice, okay? So I see it all the time when I go through these properties. They have lots of stuff that I don't even have. They have these big screen TVs, the brand new sofa on the credit card, the new table they ordered from the brick on the credit card. All of these things in the house because they want to feel like they're rich, like they see the rich people on TV, and that's what they feel they have to do. So they just load up their house with shit, just stuff, okay? But it adds up. They buy a $500 couch here, not a big deal. Buy a $100 table here, not a big deal. Buy a $1,000 TV there, not really a big deal. But these things add up. And when you're already making a low income as an employee, majority of employees make a low income, okay? It just adds up and it just kills that income, okay? Now, I will say that going back to the trade time for money, people in the poor asset class tend to work jobs that are easily replaceable. So this is another thing you want to think about. How easily replaceable am I? If you work at, a general office, if you're like an admin at an office, or if you're a landscaper, if you're a carpenter or a plumber, okay, you're very easily replaceable. Not that all plumbers and carpenters and landscapers can't make a good amount of money. They definitely can, but they're very easily replaceable. I can find a landscaper and carpenter within a day or two, easily. I do it all the time for my properties. You're easily replaceable if you're in these kind of jobs. And that's what you really want to get away from if you want financial certainty in your life, but one step at a time, okay? Okay, so that's kind of the poor ass. Oh, and number three, they don't save money. Now, if you watch my videos and you watch my channel, you know how I feel about saving money already. I don't advocate saving money. It's a bad strategy to save your money. But people in poor asset class, they don't even do that. They don't even save their money. So it's even worse, okay? That's a quick rundown of people on the poor asset class and their financial decisions. Obviously, I'm trying to go quick here for time's sake, but there's a ton more to this, but I'm trying to just speed through here quick. So I hope that I can spark an idea in your mind and you can kind of go, that sounds like me. I'm doing those things. Maybe I should change those things and go over to this class over here, okay? So the middle class, what do middle class people do? Again, they trade time for money. Now these people might work better jobs, okay? They might be engineers, they might be just work at a law office or something. Maybe they're a skilled carpenter or a skilled plumber, so they're a little harder to replicate, but still pretty easy to replicate, especially nowadays when everybody's going to university and everybody has a university degree or a master's even. Okay, very replaceable. Again, that's the most important thing. One of the most important things I can say in this video is how replaceable are you? That directly relates to how much money you can make, okay? So they trade time for money, maybe a little better job, but they're still employees. They're still hustling for that $1 an hour, which is the worst way to do it. Number two, instead of buying stuff, which these guys still do, okay, they buy liabilities on top of that. So they're still buying the nice TV, the couches, the nice things, because again, they want to feel like this. That's what they see on TV, and so they want to keep up with the Joneses, which is what the middle class thing is all about. Keep up with the Joneses, believe me. They're also buying liabilities. They're buying a second home, a cottage in the Muskoka or something. They're buying boats. They're buying the nice cars. These guys can't afford nice cars, but these guys are buying, they're leasing, the Mercedes. They're buying the Lincoln Navigators. Why? Why even do that? And I'll get to that in a second. So these guys are buying liabilities because they want to give the appearance that they're rich. But again, just like these guys, they're hurting so bad. They're in a ton of consumer debt. They're buying the couches and the TVs on credit cards, and the interest is just eating them up. It just gets worse and worse. Number three, they're also saving their money. So they save their money for a rainy day. We've all been taught this, and it's just old world thinking. It doesn't work in this world anymore to save your money, to work hard, go to school, get good grades. Obviously, you want to be successful in everything that you're doing, but the whole go to school, get good grades, get a good job, save your money so you can retire at 65 is such bullshit. And if you don't realize that, I'm kind of getting like tinfoil hat mode here, but you got to get out of that thinking. That's so old world thinking. It doesn't work anymore. And if you still use those tactics, you're going to be struggling for a long time, okay? So those are quick rundowns of the poor asset class and middle class financial class. So what do rich and wealthy people do? What are they doing different than these people? Because remember, we all have 24 hours in a day. This is like a quote that I heard that blew my mind. We all have the same amount of hours in a day. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, all these guys, they still have 24 hours in a day, just like you and me do, okay? But they're doing things differently. We all have the same, we're all playing on the same field in a sense, okay? We all have the same hours in a day. So what are you doing differently than the rich and wealthy people do? Well, these guys are earning for the value they provide. So they're getting based on the value they're providing rather than how many hours they worked. And that right there is a total game changer. You want to get paid on the value you provide. You make way more money when you do it that way. For example, if you're a business owner, okay, you're getting paid, let's say you run a construction business and you're the business owner. You're getting paid on the job, the total job, not how many hours you were there, the quality of the job and the whole job, okay? If you're a real estate investor like I am, this is a real estate investing channel, so I'll talk about that. You're providing an insane amount of value. You're giving a citizen a house to live in, okay? Think about that. You're giving someone a home to live in. You're providing a nice renovated home. If you follow my strategy and you're one of my partners, we're providing awesome kick-ass houses for citizens to live in. So you better believe that I'm getting paid an enormous amount for that value that I'm providing, and the government also gives me tax cuts because I'm providing a value. Again, this is like I'm getting into a little capitalist mode, and that's just the way it is. You want to play the game that's been given. Like I'll say it right now, I don't agree with most of capitalism things, but I gotta do what I gotta do to live the life that I want to live. So I'm playing the game. I'm learning how to play the game, and I'm beating it. That's just straight up. That's just how it is. So you want to get money and get paid based on the value you provide. And if you're not comfortable with that, that's cool. Not everybody wants to do that and they want to live, a different way. Well, that's fine. But unfortunately, if you want to make more money, you have to play by the rules. That's just the way it is. Number two, the rich people and wealthy people reduce their liabilities. So like these guys, they're not buying the fancy cars and the second homes all the time. Yes, rich people and wealthy people do buy these things, but I'm telling you right now, most of them don't. You're just seeing like the top, like iceberg of that class. A lot of wealthy people do not drive fancy cars. They drive nice, reliable cars, but they put their money in other things so they can live a minimal and awesome life with financial certainty. They're not buying the Lexuses. They don't care about that shit. They just want to live a comfortable life, and they're doing smart decisions with their money. And maybe later, once they've been investing in real estate for a while or investing in businesses, now they have a ton of excess money where they can buy the Lexus and all these cars cash. They're not buying them on financing. It's not what rich people do. They're not that dumb. They buy things out. They want to reduce liabilities, reduce expenses, and increase income. I will say that these guys here, they do a lot of things. A really good saying is people step over dollars to pick up dimes. So they're doing a lot of hard work for little instead of spending their time by doing smarter decisions to make more. I'm kind of going off topic here, but just think about that. Most people step over dollars to pick up dimes. That's a really good quote that I like. Again, number 3, what do rich and wealthy people do? They use their money to make money, more money. So again, like the no saving, which is the worst way, saving your money is almost just as bad as not saving. If you save your money, you're not making anything on it. If you're putting your money in mutual funds, RSPs, the bank, totally, again, old world thinking. You've been duped, you've been brainwashed, and that used to work. All those strategies used to work 20, 30, 40 years ago. They don't work anymore. You want to take your money to make more money with it. For example, investing in real estate. It's like a no-brainer, especially here in Kitchener-Waterloo and Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. If you're maybe that's not your thing, so you invest in businesses. Maybe you're good at investing in stocks, whatever. You're using your money to compound and make more money so that you can buy anything you want. And that's where it comes with that saying I just said about stepping over dollars to pick up dimes. These guys work hard for money, but these guys use money so that they can just buy whatever they want. They're focusing on the dollars. I want to make more dollars rather than dimes, which is just working at a job as an employee, okay? Again, this video is a huge topic, but I'm going through it real quick. Again, I just want to change your thought thinking and how to make more money and get more financial certainty in your life. So if you like this video, if you learned anything, please click like right below this video. And if you want to learn more about my real estate investing apprenticeship program and how you can partner up with me one-on-one, you can find out more about that right about here. And to watch more videos and awesome tips, you can watch those right about here, okay? See you in the next video.